Hello and welcome to McLaren Port Huron's Today's Health. I'm your host, Barb Winters. On our program today, we're going to be talking about McLaren Port Huron's construction project. And joining us for this really exciting discussion is Chief Operating Officer John Liston. John, welcome to Today's Health.
Well, thanks, Barb. Thanks for having me.
Now, the Barbara Ann Karmanos Cancer Institute is open. You're serving patients. That's so exciting. But why is it so significant to people in our region?
Well, I think the significance is the fact that it's a comprehensive cancer institute. It's one of 45 national cancer institutes designated in the country. There's really only two in the state of Michigan, University of Michigan being the other one, and the Karmanos Cancer Institute. I think the access to our patients in St. Clair County is significant. McLaren has the largest cancer network in the state with 19 centers. Hopefully our patients will be able to stay in the county and get treatment close to home rather than having to travel outside the county. Our statistics indicate that about 60% of patients that are diagnosed with cancer have to leave the county for treatment. So this will make it much more convenient, state-of-the-art, right here in St. Clair County.
So you can actually, in your mind, a patient can actually feel like they are getting Karmanos level care.
Oh, absolutely. They'll have access to the Karmanos clinical trials that are available. It'll be the same standard of care monitored by Karmanos. Karmanos physicians will be rotating through the building. The 4 physicians that we have now for radiation oncology have been in the network. 2 of them have been in the network, 2 of them are new. They'll be rotating between Macomb, the Ted Wabi Center, as well as Clarkston, and then our center as well. So
it really is exciting and important news. And I know that the Cancer Institute is just part of some real major changes to McLaren Port Huron's campus. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, this is actually phase 1 of a 3-phase campus development program. Phase 1 is the Cancer Center, which is seeing patients today as we speak. And the Cancer Center is located out here off of Pine Grove. This would be Pine Grove. This would be heading north. But what we're also doing and what we've just done is we have fenced off the south end of the parking lot to build a new south tower. The south tower will be a 4-story building, and it will take approximately 2 years to complete. It's about 107,000 square feet, and it's going to be quite a challenge. It's probably the biggest construction project in Port Huron Hospital, McLaren Port Huron's history here. We'll have a new main entrance as well, and the emergency center entrance will now come off of Lincoln down here to the south.
This is just mind-boggling, the magnitude of this. Can you tell me a little bit more about the patient tower? What services will be there?
Sure. The patient tower, once it's complete, the first floor will be an emergency center and an observation unit. The current emergency center will move over and we'll further expand that area for the cancer center. On the second floor will be 8 operating suites. So all of our suites will be in one area. And we'll also have our ICU on the second floor. The third and fourth floor will be patient rooms, each of 36 beds each, so there'll be 72 private patient beds. The third phase of the project, after this is complete, is going back into the old section of the hospital and renovating it. We'll be adding a heart center, as well as turning the remaining med-surg beds into private rooms. So we'll have 100% private rooms once this project's complete.
Well, I'm wondering if you are adding patient beds because you've got the tower and...
Yeah, we get that question quite often. No, unfortunately, the state regulates the number of beds. We are not adding any beds. We're just converting our semi-privates to private beds and updating them, obviously, from some of the old buildings that we've had.
What do you see as the benefits to people in the region of this new patient tower?
Well, the stacking, I think, of having the ICU, the surgery center above the ER will help significantly in patient throughput and movement. We're expanding our number of EC bays to make it more convenient, and hopefully we'll be able to turn patients faster, turn them around faster in the ER. And obviously private rooms. Everybody when they come to the hospital would like a private room. And we've just been so busy and full that we've not been able to provide that. So we'll have 100% private rooms, which will be very nice for the patients and their families.
Remind me of your timeline again.
Well, we started the Cancer Center and broke ground about a year ago. It was a very quick completion. As I mentioned before, the South Tower parking lot has been fenced off, and we've already broken ground there. That building should be complete around mid to late 2018, and then we'll go back and do the renovations in the main hospital. So probably around the beginning to the mid of 2019, we'll have everything complete.
I have to ask you, how is a project like this being funded?
Well, we are a nonprofit hospital, and we do make money, obviously, but all of the money that we make go back into building and equipment for the community. This particular project, though, was negotiated with our partnership with McLaren, and McLaren has been just fantastic helping us achieve this and getting a bond issue done for this. We also have philanthropic, obviously, donations. We have a foundation that does an excellent job of raising money, predominantly the Festival of Trees and the golf outing annually. Those proceeds will also go to fund this. So that's how we're paying for it.
So you'll do ongoing fundraising with the community, and like you said, with Festival of Trees and things like that, all that money will go to this project?
That's correct. And the foundation has a specific capital campaign just for this particular building that they're working on.
Will you be closing any services during this construction, or are you going to be having business as usual?
It will be business as usual. Unfortunately, though, through construction it becomes very difficult with parking and patient movement, and we're trying to take into consideration as much as we can to minimize the impact on our patients and visitors. But just like any other construction, we hope that people will be a little bit forgiving during this process and understand that the outcome will going to be much better once we're done.
Do you have any closing comments for our viewers?
Well, I just, everyone at the hospital and the doctors, the physicians, the nurses are just so excited about this expansion. It's really going to bring us up to state of the art. Not that we aren't now, but some of our buildings were getting pretty old. So this addresses a lot of those needs, and it's just exciting to see it all come together. And it's a huge project. Everyone, I think, at the hospital will be impacted by it, and I think the community will be extremely happy by the time this is done on the outcome.
Well, I hope you come back. You've got a couple-year timelines, so I'm going to invite you right now to come back and give us updates from time to time.
Okay, great. I'll be here.
Stay with us. We'll be right back for lots of important details about this construction. But first, this message.